LaShanti Jenkins, Senior Manager of Talent Acquisition at Oath. I focus mainly on internal talent, diversity recruiting, and I'm also the global co-chair of our African American Employee Resource Group. That was a mouthful. So I'm here today to talk to you about difference being a superpower. This is one of our values at Oath, valuing differences and really appreciating and understanding the impact that they make. So we had a offsite for our employee resource group some time ago, and there was an exercise that we did that I would love to do with you guys today. I found it to be really interesting. So I'm gonna say a word. When you hear that word, whatever comes to your mind initially, I just want you to hold on to that thought, and then I'm gonna poll the audience, okay? Everyone ready for the word? And trust me, just go with me. It's gonna sound a little awkward, but go with me, okay? All right, so the word is pizza. Everyone got the first thought that came to mind? All right, so show of hands, how many people thought Domino's? I don't see any hands, okay. How many people thought Pizza Hut? New York? All right, we got 1, 2. Chicago? I think I see one hand, okay. How many people thought Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? Anybody? Oh, got a hand here, okay. How many people thought cheese? Quite a few hands. How many people thought hot? All right, let me ask you this. Was there anyone in the room who got a sad thought when I said the word pizza? No? Okay. All righty, so the point of this all is that we all have different thoughts, ideas, and perspectives, right? So it may seem like a little silly exercise, pizza, but if we think of this in business sense, what if I were, at a company and we know that pretty much revenue and making money, is what business is all about. You want to be successful and impact the bottom line. If we're advertising pizza and I got a couple people in the room who only refer to pizza as Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, we would, if this was the audience, we would target one person in the audience who thinks of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, right? But if I had representation from the room of the various words that I threw out there to kind of come up with ideas for promoting and advertising pizza, we would reach pretty much the entire room. I think I saw hands go up for almost every word except for Domino's. But to give you more of a real life example, I'll take you through it, but difference truly is a superpower. So in that example, we see how everyone thinks, the first thing that came to your mind is something totally different for everyone. And it's the same thing in the business world. So at Oath, we don't want one sole competency or capability when we're thinking of employees. We want to build brands that people love, that people relate to. And the only way to do that is to have talent that come from various walks of life, various backgrounds, various experiences. So to that real life experience that I want to talk to you about, we have decided to change some things about university recruiting and kind of expand our efforts, and this was effective as of last year. I mean, we were constantly evolving, but this change I'm speaking to is from last year. So we decided to add some Miami schools to our agenda for more than one reason. I'm sure you can say Miami, okay, you wanted to go to the beach. But honestly, we wanted to expand our efforts and, really just explore schools that weren't within our norm and do things a bit different. So we hired an intern from Florida International University. Her name is Cindy Amidala. She worked for Yahoo Style and Beauty. And one other thing that we did different outside of just going to different universities, there's some companies with interns, they don't necessarily have interns doing external-facing work, but I'm from the legacy Yahoo side, so I'm going to speak to Yahoo at this point. At Yahoo, we want our interns to really be making impact to the business and doing significant work, so our interns even had stories that were published on our site. So this intern, Cindy, she wrote a story about a mom who hadn't worked since she was married. and she decided to take sexy photos, selfies, for Instagram, and they were PC, right? So she did this, and she made $5,000 approximately a month off of the advertisement revenue, whatever happens behind the scenes on social media. And for her, this was a great accomplishment and made her feel good because she was finally able to contribute to her family, and she felt as if she was doing her part. So this intern wrote this story, and this story got the most hits in the history of Yahoo Lifestyle on the internet. So a couple things that we took away from this. One, we decided to do things a bit different, having our interns doing significant work that actually impacts the business, that our users can see. We expanded our reach in terms of where we were going to recruit. And Cindy, by the way, she's a Latina female. So we got that Latin voice from her work, and we're able to reach demographics that obviously were interested in this story that, quite frankly, we might not have had a story of this nature without Cindy on board. Happy ending to the story. Cindy is she went back to school, but she's still working for us writing. But this just really amplifies how difference is a superpower. And all of us have differences. So I just encourage each of you to, whatever your differences are, embrace them. Know that they are valued, especially at a place like Oath, where we see the benefit in having differences at the table and those voices heard. Thank you so much for your time. I hope you enjoy the rest of Uncubed, and it's been a pleasure being here talking with you. Thank you.